Hi everybody, it is Dr. Una. I am the CEO of Ivy League Pediatrics, but more importantly, I help you become the best version of yourself so you can live out life to its fullness. So today I want to talk about something that is really important to me, which is really important if you're somebody who wants to be a high achiever or there are things that you want to accomplish that are outside the norm. And that's this, that goals are not enough. Goals are 100% not enough. You have to have something else to support your goals, and that's habits, okay? Now, I want you to think back to, maybe last year or 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and think about the goals that you set, and you were excited, and you're like, this is gonna be our best year yet, and you put it on your vision board, and you did all this stuff, but come December, you hadn't accomplished it. Now, what I'm gonna talk about today might be one of the reasons why that didn't happen. That happened to me, but I've learned how to overcome it, and I wanna share it with you as well. Now, let's say you set a goal. Let's pick something easy. Let's say you're like, I'm going to lose 15 pounds this year. 2019, that year, I lose 15 pounds. Now, that goal by itself is not enough because you're gonna need to build a habit which is something that you do all the time, you do routinely, that will help you accomplish that goal. So let's say I put myself, picture of, a skinnier version of me on my vision board and all that stuff. And I started, taking some action here and there and stuff like that. And it didn't happen. The problem with that is I didn't build something into my daily routine that will make sure that I accomplish that goal. So again, exercise, okay? So let's say I'm going to lose 15 pounds. I also have to build a habit goal around it, right? So that may be I drink a gallon of water a day. I don't go to fast food restaurants. And I run for 30 minutes every day, right? Now, those three things are things that I can do every day. And if I do them every day, by the end of the year, chances are that I would have lost 15 pounds. So writing the vision, the goal is important. Creating a vision board is important. Having daily affirmations like I weigh 135 pounds, because I lost 15 pounds, that's important. But more important than all of that is habits. What do I do every day that will take me in the direction of this goal? Okay, so think about it. Let's say you started a business, or better still, you own a business and you're like, we've been doing six figures, multiple six figures for the last 3 years. This is our year where we want to hit 7 figures. What that means is that you're going to need to become a different kind of leader. You're going to need to become a better CEO. You're going to need to be better at hiring and firing. You're going to need to be better at vision casting, right? Now, just writing it and declaring it and putting it on a vision board is great. But what in my routine? So I need you to imagine, let's say I picked a really powerful podcast. So maybe this vlog, or maybe you follow, one of the people who've done amazing things, your Grant Cardones, Terry Savells, the rest of them. And you say, I'm going to listen to a podcast every day and I'm going to implement what I learn. If you would listen to a podcast every day that teaches you about these things and you implement what you learn, at the end of the day, you'll be a better CEO. And chances are that you hit your 7 figures, right? Do you see what I mean? You have to have a habit goal to support the goals that you've written. Let's say you're a salesperson, right? Or you own a business, period, because anybody who owns a business is a salesperson. And if you don't think you are, we really need to have a conversation. But let's say, you're sales and you're like, I've consistently been making just a smidge over 10 grand a month. And I want this to be that year where I consistently make 12 grand, 15 grand, 20 grand, whatever, right? The thing is, there's no such thing as people who don't buy. There's something like people who don't know how to sell. So if that's going to happen, right, one of the things that needs to happen is that you need to become a better salesperson. And there are many great salespeople, and a lot of them have podcasts. A lot of them have books. A lot of them have all of that. So you add that to your daily routine. And maybe you've even been learning the principles, but you've been too scared to act. Then part of your routine is before 11 a.m., I would have made 30 sales calls, or 40 sales calls, or 50 sales calls. Pick a number. If you'll be consistent to learn, and consistent to make those calls every day, you're gonna blow your goal out the park, right? So I want you to think about the goals that you set for this year, right? And I want you to think, what habit do I have to have to support my goals so that this year will be that year when I hit them? What are those habits? And you need to start developing them. Now, I've talked about the daily 5, right? Some people have the daily 7, but I've talked about the daily 5, which is 5 things you do or 7 things you do that will steer you in the direction of your most important goals. You need to develop that, and you need to include the habit goals that will get you to your most important goals, okay? For instance, I'll pick a soft one. What would be considered a soft one? I have 4 children, and I've been married for 12 years. And other than my relationship with God, these are the most important things to me. My relationship with my family, more important than any business, anything, okay? Okay, so now, because I'm a busy person, it could be easy for me to not realize that I'm not spending as much time with them as I would like to, right? So I put it in my daily routine. I call it Me Tweak. Don't ask, I know it's funny, but it's MTWK, meaningful time with kids. And I do that so that every day I make sure that I'm spending time that is meaningful, investing in them, talking with them, share their hearts, building memories with them. Because that's important to me. I don't want to turn 50 and go like, oh my gosh, I have all this stuff, but then I don't have my family. With my husband, we have a scheduled date night. Every week is Tuesday, and we just do date night. We don't leave it to chance. We built a habit goal around wanting to have a successful, thriving marriage. Do you see what I'm saying? So I want you to go back to the drawing board and don't go like, oh, I thought I was done with my goals. I think goals should always be under construction, right? You can keep tweaking and tweaking. And if you didn't do it right, you can fix it. You know, you can keep doing that. You're under construction. Your goals can be under construction. So take a look. What do I need to do every day to make sure for these top 3 goals that I hit them? What do I need to do every day? And I need you to start working on those habit goals. Now, if you start working on habit goals, what will happen is it would become, your success will become like by autopilot, right? Where you're like, how did I get there? That's how you got there, right? Because of all this other stuff you've been doing. So I want you to set those habit goals, and I want you to get to work at them, okay? So that every day you're doing something, you build a habit, you're doing something that is pushing you in the direction of your most important goals. So again, I'm Dr. Una. Thank you so much for watching. If this has been helpful, I want you to subscribe to this channel and share with a friend, and be sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I would love to keep you encouraged. I'd love to keep you motivated, and I'm looking forward to you telling me that this was your best year yet, okay? If you have questions, you're like, man, I wish she would deal with this. Man, this is what is going on, and I'd really like for her to address it. I want you to post that in the comments. I could do a segment just for you. So thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.